As per expected, this is the view of our USDT dominance, which is the tether dominance, making the fall that we were talking about in yesterday's thread of analysis, right, guys? Take a look at this window here. And this is what we were introducing the, sorry about that, where we're saying here, and this would introduce a massive capitulation event, right? And I mean, this is a larger piece, right, guys? I mean, listen to what I said, right? To 3.69%, which is absolutely relevant to these lows down here. Okay, so we're putting here a 3.6% target to the downside, and it appears as though we're already on our way there. And it could be a hard target of around 372, right? 372%. We're gonna have some stops along the ways, of course, and that's gonna create some resistances and some stops, which is all good, guys. But please remember that this is completely based around the tether dominance, right? This is how we were kind of determining that the broader markets or Bitcoin and everything else, well, more so Ethereum and the altcoins, we're going to make a pretty nice run to the upside here via the exit liquidity from USDT as you convert your US dollar into a USDT dollar and you're able to purchase a crypto asset, right, guys? And that USDT, as you exit that to buy your asset, you know, many people doing that all at the same time. Well, that means downside the stable coin, right? So that'll bring it down as people continue to buy and buy and buy. So as soon as there's fear or there's some support or something, well, then people will likely then start inflating, in other words, risking off their crypto asset to then put it back in or realize it as a USDT asset, right, guys? So that's the up and down concept here of what you're looking at. So we were able to nail the higher likelihood of the potential downside coming in for that for the tether dominance chart, guys. Now, of course, we want to go ahead and take a look at the other things regarding XRP, for example, right over here, guys, as we're noticing that we are, of course, breaking out of the formation that we spoke of just yesterday. But before we get started, team, please do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to the channel, do everything necessary to get this thing to live long, thrive, and survive. My name is Arca, and I am absolutely coming up to you here on Wednesday, August 13th. Very, very warm night here, right? 9:26 p.m. Pacific. And what I'm going to say about this this chart here is that we noticed that this was a multi-formation, it was a multi-phase formation breakout, right, guys? So it's not something that you're going to be able to find in the like on Google search or something. That's actually something that I particularly coined, right, guys? And I put it together as either buy formation, a bullish buy formation breakout, bullish tri formation, quad, and multi-phase. So the reason why I'm saying that this is a bullish multi-phase breakout, right, is because there are many formations presented here, right? For example, you have your inverse head and shoulders here. You have potentially a pennant formation here. Could be also an ascending triangle, right, guys? Larger time frame bull flag. It could even be a cup and handle, and also a descending channel alongside, you know, your descending broadening wedge. So all of these formations are leading towards you know, higher probability breakout, and they do have a pretty nice hit rate, right, guys? So now, specifically talking about the targets to the upside, I'm gonna have to go ahead and just bring you down here to the receipts and just give you a quick little show that this was the video, of course, from last night as well, where we were saying take profit target at the genesis of the formation, which again here it's 334, and I give, I think, a couple cents after that somewhere, right? But okay, so let's go ahead and go back and kind of cross-reference that real quick, and cross-reference, my apologies, right? English is not agreeing with me today, but here is the target right there, guys. That's your 234.86, and this is your last bi-hourly candle completely coming up to it, and of course, bam, realizing the exact take profit target that we talked about, and then a pullback, right, guys? Now, I wouldn't even doubt if the pullback tried to, you know, double top here and maybe come back down to validate what was the resistance resistance here at this regression, right, guys, which is the descending channel. So if it does happen, then fine, right, guys, but I will give you a range here in a discretionary manner to give you that probability of downside, right, guys, and that's yeah, I'd say that it would be around here, right? So if it doesn't make it all the way down, it's you know, it's no problem. It's just that, you know, most of the time, or it's a very high probability of almost, it's like 69% of every time, 69% of 100% of the time, whatever, you know, there is a high probability of this thing kind of getting some type of retrace here all the way down towards the actual regression, right, guys? So if we were to kind of time this, I mean, it's always very speculative very speculative to do it in this fashion here, but there is a crossover here with what's confluent in price, right? So what I'm doing is extending the channel here to a lower, I mean, just kind of putting it, you know, lower here, making it look like an array. And I'm simply using the grids on timing, right? So if we were to kind of cross over into this area here, well, that would be put into, yeah, just in let's see, just in around 10 hours. 12 hours around there. So it would be 9 a.m. Pacific time on August 14th. Of course, it can happen a lot sooner than that, guys. I'm not saying that that's the case here. I'm just saying that there could be a probability of it. So the support bounds are, of course, these three over here. Okay, guys, I'm just going to go ahead and put the receipts on them so that you are good to go. All right, guys, so I'm just going to put that there, 327.92, potentials of that 329.18. And even into the 330.84 target, guys, okay? So those are the targets that we're observing here and that could have a high validity for bounds, right, guys? That is, as it is, you know, that we're breaking out of this macro channel, and this macro channel has a take profit target as well. So that take profit target for that channel, guys, would be located right up here. Okay, guys, so very, very interesting there indeed. Okay, team, so now I want to remind you as far as the wait, what target was that up there? Yeah, we're looking at a 341.24 to around 348.31. Now just one more thing, guys, I want to remind you of this formation here. So should we actually make this upside here to around 348.49, well, the pullback area would really be around the 340 zone, right? So it would be roughly a 339.43, maybe into even the zone of 335.49. Okay, I mean, there's also a resistance here where we're kind of sitting at around 323, 322.78. So fine, okay, there could be that touch into those lows again, but this would generally be a pretty bullish statement considering the breakout from a lot of resistance levels historically speaking, right? You know, all of these levels here, you'd be breaking out of that, coming retrace, and then do your damn little dance here, right? But there is a further upside to look at, which is this inverse head and shoulders here, right? Is a gigantic formation that is leading towards a target of just about $4.1985. Okay, guys, so that is presently something that could happen for this. So let's see. What if we did this, guys? What if we did this? This is gonna get everybody all pissed off again. Should I do that? Should I get everybody mad again? No. Oh my goodness, guys! I don't really mean that, right? I don't mean to piss anyone off, guys. What I'm saying here is that the measured move on the XRP inverse head and shoulders is 419.85, right? So it's going to be 420. So that's why I'm saying it. Guys, do me a favor in the comments below. We're roughly at around 9 minutes right now. So go ahead and type in 420 right into the chat. I love you guys so much. I know that I'm going to get a bunch of comments on there because you guys watch the entire videos. And those of you who do watch it, man, I know you guys are benefiting from this stuff, man. You know, I try my best here for you, and I really, really do try, okay? So everything is looking good in the hood here, guys. If we were just to kind of validate whatever is happening here via volatility versus momentum, well, I guess it wouldn't even hurt for us to take a look at that, right? So for example here, oh man, look at that, guys. So the 2-day time frame, Alpha LITE, is actually still on a buy signal from down here at 219. Oh my goodness, it actually never gave us a sell signal. So this thing is still suggesting upside continuation from back then. Oh my God, we already hit your 330 something targets here again, and this thing is just over there like, I am cool, I'm not gonna let go of this buy signal here, guys. So if should it be that you're interested in picking up this alpha light buy sell signal algorithm here, guys, make sure to look in the description below and grab yourself a copy here for life. All right, guys. So anyway, I mean, look at this thing, man. This is absolutely berserk, right? So we're looking at a continuation to the upside very nicely through algorithmic measures. Now, why don't we just go ahead and take a look at volatility, right? So just keep this to the minimum here. Is you know, I know that you guys want to get back to watching your games stack and stack and stack. Okay, guys. So I got to be the bearer of bad news. We still got a little bit of a pullback coming in, but that's the great news. And I know a lot of people don't want to hear the pullback, but it is a good thing, right? Because we want the bulls to load, and that's what I'm here to do, right? I'm here to help you out with targets. Should it be that we have some type of pullback, right, guys? Of course, in all through entertainment, of course, right? So of course. So let's go ahead and and take a look at this, right? Downside continuation from the 2, 3, 4 time frames. What I'm looking at is stochastic momentum, right? These are pivoted to the downside, and of course, we're getting some red candles here on what could be a head and shoulders formation, which potentially has a target down into the, I would I think I would say the targets would be roughly around 328.68, right? So I'm just going to go ahead and color that 328.68 there just so that we can see it, right about there. Actually 328, yeah, let's make sure that we can catch that 60. Yeah. All right, good. So as soon as the XRP asset starts breaking down below this specific low, right? This one here is going to definitely bring it to this point. So as soon as we can break below this area here, which is not going to be that easy, right? It's still okay. It has a pretty nice little support bounce in there to validate your resistances at around 361.62. This will quite literally validate your resistance exposure just like it is here, right? And then it'll actually continue towards that downside. But we really must touch this support bottom too. What's happening right now is that we're touching other relevant support bottoms and it's actually bouncing, but it actually also could be the retrace 50% because we just got a new bar, didn't we? So that would be 50% prior bar retrace resistance somewhere around the 331.94. Continuation to the downside, very likely. Look at the downside pivot here and still kind of giving a good bit of expansion. Okay, so let's continue the analysis here. Try to get done as soon as possible. So 10-minute time frame, sure, that's actually looking like in 4 minutes it's going to be closing the confirmation candle to what is a shooting star, guys. So that's going to be a pretty pretty high probability downside here. Let's see. So yeah, 10-minute time frame, yeah, downside. Okay, 15-minute time frame still suggesting downside, although it is contractive, so it's telling you here that it could be a short-lived downside. Okay, guys, so still downside into that 20-minute time frame, red bar printing. 30-minute time frame, downside, red bar. Okay, same thing on the 2-hour and also on the 3-hour. I cannot accept anything with that kink there, right? So the 2-hour time frame is still bearish into the 3, and I got to use the 4-hour time frame. So that's going to give us the downside here worth 4 hours long. So that could have already happened too, but we're just going to go ahead and find out right now. So the current ATR, which is the average true range, is giving you just about 0.06 on the ATR range. So 0.06 cents to the downside from the moment that it opens its bar. So it would be at 332.75. Okay, so what is that low? What is it going to give you here, right? So we're looking at the current ATR low, which could be at $3.26. Now, we're already talking about a target of around 328.68. So where is your 326 target? Well, the 326 target would have a hard target right about here. Okay, guys, so this could be the liquidity grab before we can make ourselves a continuation towards the upside. Now, do know, guys, that we still, whatever is cheap here could always be cheap later. Okay, so that's it's a very dangerous thing for us to do here, but yeah, I think we're still okay. So your 26 target, yeah, that's this inflection point right there. That's looking okay. I would say that could be also a liquidity grab area for a potential continuation to the upside. Let's just continue looking here because these are nice echoes now that we're capturing here from that more shorter time frame, right? So 4-hour time frame upside starting, right? So that would give you a 6-hour confirmation for upside continuation. 8-hour time frame starting to expand with a massive upside pivot, looking good. Very cool. 12-hour time frame upside pivot with expansion now starting. Daily time frame upside with upside, guys. Man, inverse head and shoulders here. Bull flag. That is looking all super duper. Yeah, we still have upside into the buy daily, still into the 3-day, 4-day, 5-day, and we just guys, we're just getting here massive green bars. Still upside into the weekly and the bi-weekly time frame. Still massively up. I may just have to use the monthly time frame on this, but the monthly time frame on stats, right? So we're gonna pull up data sales advanced, and data sales advanced gives you all the targets here too. Should you choose any of these targets here, so you can also disable them and re-enable them, right? And also you can change the position of your new algorithm here, guys. This thing is active. Yeah, it's telling you active information, right, guys? We could do the bottom right, right? We could also do your bottom left. We could do wherever you want it, right, guys? So we'll just leave it in the bottom right for now. And you, of course, now you have the ability to change your colors and also remove the components that may not be important to you at a certain moment, right? So we can just leave the bare minimum here, and now you have more accessibility to putting it wherever you want. And also it does offer this, guys. Check it out. You can actually display the information, whatever information you need, meaning that if you want to explore the bands here, the Bollinger Bands, well, this is what they look like, right? So it's kind of an all-in-one tool set, and this very likely could be used for many. I use it all the time, guys. So description below is it'll give you this option here, okay, guys? And this is, I think I put like a 30 or something like that price target on it, so it's very cheap. All right, guys. So that's one of my primary tools right here. So yeah, guys, still looking very good into the 12-hour time frame. Daily time frame, massive upside with expansion coming in. Yeah. So I say that I'm gonna maybe just consider the monthly time, but the current ATR top on a monthly time could be the target of around $3.62, aka 366 at the all-time high. Okay, well, that's very powerful, team, and I do think that there could be massive continuation here, even with this bull flag in line, right, which we already have major targets for. We have a 421 and even a 495 target. Okay, guys, so I think I think this is a pretty good place to leave off. Should you have any more questions or concerns, please don't hesitate to reach out to me at arcabulls@gmail.com. Whatever you purchase, guys, in the square links in the description below, make sure to send me to arcabulls@gmail.com, right? arcabulls@gmail.com. Make sure to send me your proof of purchase and or your trading view username so that I can assist in giving you the access for life to your new algorithms. Okay, guys, thank you so much for coming on by, and I think we shall speak very scary Jerry Larry soon. All right, team, adios, and yeah, adios. Please take whatever I show and iterate within these videos as just a form of entertainment, as I cannot suggest to buy, sell, or hold any assets whatsoever. I think I muted myself in the wrong time. I need you to do your own DD and everything will be cool. But with that said, I wish you well. Very good rest of the night, and I will catch you at the Bell Mañana, team. Adios. Oh yeah.